Here's the best method for grinding for some of the most important things in Stardew Valley, starting with copper and ending with precious prismatic shards. Alright, let's get started. We are going to need a ton of copper in our playthrough. Copper is used to craft furnaces, cheese presses, and most importantly, kegs. We need kegs, as many as we can get. Luckily, copper is relatively easy to find and you can grind up a ton relatively quickly. All you need to do is use the elevator to get to floor 11, mine all of the copper on that floor and leave, and enter on floor 11 again. Alternatively, you could buy copper from Clint once you are rich enough to not care about money anymore. Iron ore is even more important because we'll need these for bee houses, explosive ammo, and kegs. So you'll be quite glad to know that farming for iron ore is pretty easy. Actually, really easy. Just enter floor 40 and immediately take the ladder to floor 41. Repeat this process until you have more iron than you will ever need. You will seriously find a ton of iron on this floor. I know the wiki says that floor 70 is better, but I have indeed tested this and floor 41 is just better. Now we have gold. And no, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about gold ore. From these lower tier mining resources, gold is by far the most important, by a landslide. And that is because gold bars are used in so many mid to late game recipes. Iridium sprinklers need gold, crystallariums need gold, and a bunch of other really important things as well. Gold ore can easily be found on floor 81 in the regular mines. Unfortunately, gold nodes are a little bit tougher and this will take quite a few hits with your pickaxe. So it is advised to start using bombs when grinding for gold ore. Now you know exactly how to grind tons of gold ore so that you can craft a bunch of thorn rings if you wanted to. There is something about coal. I don't know what it is, but I just never have enough coal. Even after purchasing multiple full stacks of coal from Clint, I still seem to run out of this stuff. Coal is used in everything. You will need it to turn ores into bars, to craft bee houses, and preservation jars. There's a coal farming method that works pretty well, but I don't think it's quite good enough. That is why I usually just buy coal from Clint. But if that is not your style, you can grind for coal by defeating dust sprites. Make sure to use a burglar ring and some monster musk. This will increase the amount of dust sprites and it will double the chances of them dropping coal. Yeah, you can indeed get quite a bit of coal using this method. Good luck on your coal gathering adventures. It has been pretty basic so far, but here is where it gets interesting. Do you love money? Of course you do. Do you know what can make you a ton of money? Ancient fruit. How do we get ancient fruit? With an ancient fruit seed. Aren't those rare? Not if you use this ancient seed artifact farming method. That is right. There is an amazing ancient fruit seed grinding method that will allow you to get an ancient seed right at the beginning of the game. All you need is a little bit of patience and persistence, because you will be defeating huge amounts of bugs in the regular mines. Enter floor 15 in the regular mines. Defeat all the bugs you can, leave, and repeat. To make this easier, you could use a burglar ring with some monster musk. However, this is not required as I did this on stream in the early game and I managed to get 2 ancient fruit artifacts without a burglar ring. So yeah, this method works incredibly well. Another great thing that we can grind for is Omni Geodes. You know how great these Omni Geodes are, especially if you trade these for treasure troves at the Desert Trader. With a couple treasure troves, you can and will get tons of pearls, golden pumpkins, and other random things. So how do we get these Omni Geodes? It is easy really. Get yourself some monster musk and a burglar ring. Head over to the dangerous version of the regular mines and look for these new ghosts called carbon ghosts. You can find tons of these on floor 35 of the regular mines. These carbon ghosts are actually pretty amazing because these guys have a 99% chance of dropping an Omni Geode. With a burglar ring, you should get 2 of these per carbon ghost. It is actually pretty silly how good this Omni Geode grinding method is. Next up, we have our favorite ore in the game, the most important ore in the game, the ore that we strive towards, iridium ore. You will need iridium ore for sprinklers and crystallariums. You will also need iridium ore for every type of obelisk, and if you have extra iridium ore just laying around, you can sell this stuff for 1,500 gold each. Farming for iridium ore is a little bit tricky at first. What you will need to do is slowly stockpile as many Geodes as you can, because you can trade these in for staircases at the desert trader. I know in the beginning of the game you will probably only have a single crystallarium, but that is enough. Every 10 levels in the skull cavern will increase the chances of iridium nodes spawning in the skull cavern. So the deeper you get, the more you will find. In the beginning you might only get to floor 50, so just collect as much as you can and then use that to craft more crystallariums. Eventually you will amass a huge amount of crystallariums, and that will allow you to get even deeper in the mines and thus even more iridium ore. When I need iridium ore, I usually spam staircases until I reach about floor 200. Then I use a slingshot with some explosive ammo on any iridium node that is right by the entrance. Since time is our biggest blocker here, I don't go out of my way to find iridium nodes. I just hit those close to the entrance and then use a staircase to get to the next floor. Farming for iridium ore is really expensive, but it is worth it. I don't think I even need iridium ore anymore. I just enjoy farming for this stuff. Prismatic shards seem rare, right? Well, they aren't that rare in the late game. There is an incredibly effective prismatic farming method that will actually blow your mind. All you need to do is farm for some iridium ore. Yeah, that is a little bit underwhelming, but iridium nodes have a 4% chance of dropping a prismatic shard. 4% doesn't seem that great, but it is the most reliable method in the game by a landslide. If you are abusing staircases with explosive ammo and slingshots, you will be mining tons of iridium nodes. Each node has a pretty decent chance of dropping a prismatic shard. So what are you waiting for? Go farm for both iridium ore and prismatic shards at the same time. Treasure floors also have a 4% chance of giving you a prismatic shard. So abuse those good luck days to get all the shards you will ever need. And lastly, radioactive ore. This one is really simple to grind and you will find tons of this stuff in no time. In my opinion, radioactive ore has two great uses. First, it is used to craft hyper speed growth, and you can smelt these into radioactive bars that can be sold for 4,500 gold each. This makes radioactive ore really useful and gives us a reason to want to grind for the stuff. Just enter floor 1 in the dangerous versions of the mine, use a slingshot with some explosive ammo on radioactive nodes, and then leave and repeat. It is incredibly easy and reliable. Luck has a massive role on radioactive ores, so do this on the best possible luck days. If you have been playing Stardew Valley for a while now, you probably knew everything in this video. I just wanted to put them all in one video so new players can learn all of these methods while watching only a single video. But if you did learn something new, let me know in the comments below. But for now, I will see you in the next video.